are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. I still find that jazzy. I do. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good morning, Dodo. Much love, peeps. Have a glorious day. I hope you do as well. It's good to see you, Miss Dodo. Brenda Reed, good morning, sweetheart. Mwah. How are you this morning? I hope you're doing great. Ashley Reed, so many reads. I love it. I love it. Ashley, good morning. How are you? I hope things are going well where you are. I hope you're having a good Sunday morning. There's my boo. Good morning, sissy. Mwah. I love you. Good morning. Good morning. Tell my nephews I love them too. Aisha Dancer, my show me homie. Hello. I hope things are going well in Jeff City. Hope you're enjoying the same weather that I am. It has been beautiful outside the last 2 days. So I'm absolutely blessed with incredible weather, and I hope you are too. Jennifer Hayes, good morning, gorgeous. How are you, honey? It's good to see you this morning. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up, guys. If you're in the chat, appreciate you. I appreciate that. Angie's Oddities, good morning. Go Packers. Go Packers. It is just about football time. I mean, there's like preseason, but we all know that doesn't count. Patrick Murphy, my brother from another mother. Good morning. Good morning, sugar. And Johnny, New England, Cajun Roots reseller. Hello. Good morning, my love. It's great to see you. By the way, Johnny, I found the absolute perfect T-shirt for you, so I'll be sending that your way. I really think it says everything. It is everything, honey. Yes. Yes, it's fabulous here going hiking later. Nice. I have kind of a busy Sunday, actually. I've got a friend of ours has a birthday. One of my very best friends in the world, her husband has a birthday. So happy birthday, Tom. If you're watching, which probably not, because, they're getting ready for a big pool party. So I'll be stopping by there, and then I leave there at 2 and come back here. And I've got all of my things lined up for the auction with the Two Old Guys Vintage today. I'm really excited about the stuff that I'm bringing. And some of it's like unusual stuff that you don't normally see on a vintage auction, or at least on that one. And some of it is just the norm, the normal stuff. Oh, God, Johnny, it is certainly my pleasure. And thank you for every single thing that you do for me, which is so much, so much. I appreciate you. So I have, for example, I have a Ken doll from 2009 from Mattel. That's like an ice skating figurine doll that's kind of different. I have now I can't think. Tupperware. The last time I was on their auction, somebody was asking for vintage Tupperware, and I have vintage Tupperware. So I have all kinds of different stuff, plus, the used jewelry and a few vintage glass pieces that I think are going to be beautiful. I just finished working on my video for this Tuesday for YouTube policies and guidelines on giveaway and contest. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I copied your script on that word for word, verbatim for my auctions and giveaways, because I really thought it was a very important thing to know, and to, I assumed that you probably knew your stuff. Good morning, Jessica. How are you? I hope the dumpster diving is going well. I saw a couple of cute little videos that you made. I thought those were nice. I share you out. Sharing is caring. Thank you very much. I appreciate the shares. Certainly, anyone who shares me out, I really, really appreciate that. Constance, I don't even know if she's in the chat at this time, but Constance is she'll do like a playlist of some of my videos, and oh gosh, I really appreciate that too. So yeah, it's any little bit of support. Don't ever think that I'm ungrateful for it or that it goes unnoticed. It does not, and I am truly grateful. I really, really am. In Glammaz closet news, we have, of course, every Sunday morning, you'll see me, you'll catch me here at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. if you're in Hawaii, 4 p.m. if you're in Great Britain, and 2 a.m. the following morning if you're in Tasmania, 4 a.m. the following morning if you're in Australia proper. So that is what is going on every Sunday. And then, of course, tonight this afternoon at 3 p.m. Central, which is 4 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Pacific, I will be live with the Two Old Guys Vintage and Reselling Auction with Mark and Michael and Patrick Murphy and Gina. So this will be a lot of fun. It's a great, great crowd. Now, this coming Wednesday and Thursday, I have something that I haven't done before. I'm doing a solo auction I'm doing a solo classic wrap auction for just accessories only. So, but we're talking about, hosiery, jewelry, handbags, wallets, men's and ladies, ties, bow ties, hair pieces. I mean, you name it. If it's an accessory, I have got it. And I've got all sorts of all sorts of price ranges, all sorts of different items that you can source. Everything from designer to luxury to name brand to no name. I've got it all. And I hope that you really, really enjoy the auction. I encourage you to stop on by. Even if you're not into buy, just stop by and say hello so my chat doesn't look totally empty. At 10:30 a.m. Central on Wednesday for the Daywalkers. Put my new thumbnail up, silly. Oh, gosh, I've got to do that. Okay. But 10:30 a.m. Central for the Daywalkers. That's 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Mountain, 8:30 a.m. Pacific for those of you who are more day people. And that's on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I'm going at 8 p.m. I wouldn't dare try to go head to head with the Beardos. I love my Beardos, and frankly, it's more fun for me if I get to watch them and then go live. So at 8 p.m. Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific on Thursday night is part 2. And that is again, I have so much stuff that I'm bringing. I do have giveaway items, and I think you're going to like them. I do. I hope you're going to like them. I don't know. Maybe you'll like them. Maybe. Proud Glam Babies for 5 months. Mwah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this, sugar, is for you. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Lindsay and Alvin from over in the UK. We had such a good visit yesterday. Oh my gosh. I kept those poor ladies up until like 2 a.m. Or later their time. It was awful. I am also giving a sample of official rules. Good. Thank you very much, Johnny. And there's a special message for you in the chat from Jennifer Hayes. You have something coming from me. Dawn Southern Finds will be sending it. And he says, thank you, Jennifer Hayes. That was very generous. So good morning, or Lindsay and Alvin, good afternoon, I guess, really. And a partridge in a pear tree. That's the only thing I think I don't have. Here is the link for the Two Old Guys Vintage and Auction today. So if you want to pop by and say hello. Georgie, mwah, my Georgie Porgy, how are you doing today? Glamma, Mike, and Patrick together. Poor Mark. I know, right? Brenda, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. And Aunt Boo, I will put up my new thumbnail ASAP. Sorry about that. I get a little in my head and I forget things. Mommy Lynn, how you doing, love? Hello, right across the pond to you. Mwah. Another one of our friends from the UK. Thank you so much. Randy, how are you doing this morning? I hope you're doing great at Moon Valley and Crafts. There we go. There's part 2. Thank you so much, Jennifer. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it. It is truly appreciated. Last night was so much fun. It's always our pleasure to have you on live with us. It was certainly my pleasure to be there. I had a fun time. Thank you very much for inviting me. That is kindness itself. Thank you. I had kids stuff all day yesterday, back to school shopping. Yeah, but I couldn't pop in. But congratulations on your 2K. That's right. They've hit 2K. 2,000 subscribers. It takes a lot to get there. Trust me. Sometimes it takes years. It's it just, aw, Jennifer. Mwah. Thank you. No worries, Boo. Thank you so much. They said, well, obviously you can read the chat. I'll quit reading for you. Sorry. So yeah, check out these accessories auctions. I'm really excited. And I do have a news flash. I have finally, speaking of milestones, I finally hit 1,500. So we are going to have a 1,500 sub celebration. That will be popping up later this month, probably towards the end of the month. I'm actually thinking my husband's doing about a 10,000 foot fantasy football drafts this week, the last weekend of the month. So it'll probably be then. Eleni is going live. It's Big Girls Do Cry from the UK. She's going live on that Saturday, the 24th. So I kind of want to avoid that. But maybe the 25th, the evening of the 25th, that Sunday night would most likely be when I'm going to schedule it for. I just have to double check some things. And 1,500, right? Wow. LOL. Thanks, narrator. You're so welcome. 1,500 was a long road, and my sister was an integral part of making my channel a success. So I will be definitely doing some celebrating, and Sissy, I have a special gift for you as well. So with that being said, let's jump in to some fashion news. And here is what I thought. Okay, I've been doing fashion news. I've been doing fashion news the whole long way. And the thing is that I hope it's a donut. How did you guess? You're such a good guesser. It's not a donut. I mean, I've got one that you can sit on. Does that count? I've got a new sort of thing that I'd like to sort of introduce. These are things that I see when I'm out thrifting that will be like behind a glass case, or maybe it's something that I've come across that I haven't seen this name before. And it's not just going to be all soft goods and handbags and things like that. There's also going to be hard goods. There will be, every week I'll be bringing a new brand for us to kind of take a look at. And I will let you know when I do comps, what my sort of research says to me. You'll make up your own mind, and not there's no one size fits all, maybe things will comp out low, but there's one specific brand that comps out astronomically, or vice versa. Maybe all the comps are high except for this one design, which was helped by somebody who's problematic. Maybe this one design was by, I don't know, Jeffrey Epstein or something. And like nobody's buying it. So there are exceptions to every rule, of course. But let's talk a little bit about the brand today. The brand today that I'm going to talk about is Matt and Nat, and it's Matt with an ampersand and Nat. And let me go ahead and pull it up. Hi, Liv. Good morning. I'll pull it up on Poshmark. And I just realized probably best if I share my screen, because then you can actually see it. Okay, so these are my search results for Matt and Nat. And these are all promoted closets. There's 28, 20, 19, 150. Comps are literally everywhere on this. And these are not sold comps. These are what they're asking for. So, you get the crossbody for 85, and then you get another shoulder purse for for 25, and some shoes for 16, and a wallet for 13, and then $100 for a crossbody. So they really are all over the place. So let's click on sold. We're going to switch over to sold for Matt and Nat. And I'll tell you why this happened, because I was out thrifting and I saw this behind a glass case at the Salvation Army, and they wanted $40 for a handbag. Now, typically, unless that handbag is really, really special, I don't pay up $40 for a handbag. There's not enough meat left on the bone for me. But for Matt and Nat, I thought, well, I haven't heard of it. Let's see. They had a brand new, with the tags and the strap and the original dust bag and all of that, vegan leather crossbody for $69. And that's the thing. They don't do regular leather. Matt and Nat is specific to vegan leather. And what I've noticed, I made some notes. What I noticed was this. The handbags range from, typically the average range is about anywhere from $20 to $75. So it's a big range. New with tags tends to do well, but it depends on the style. Geometric patterns and like kind of the trapezoid pattern and browns look like they do better than the other colors and styles. But comps are at best undependable. They're okay. They're mid-range. I wouldn't pay up. I would be happy to find it at like $6 or less, unless it's new with tags. And then even new with tags, I wouldn't pay more than $15. And I think the bins are the best for the used. And then the shoes and wallets and backpacks are about the same. The comps are all over the place. The one thing that I have noticed is that I saw more sales with the word vegan in the first 3 words. So they're kind of known for doing the vegan thing. And whenever you see the word vegan, this one doesn't have it, and that's sold for $22. This one does. That's new with tags, so it doesn't count. But this one has it, this one doesn't. But most of them have the word vegan in the first 3 words that have already sold. This one doesn't, but it looks like a Coach, so I would say that one's kind of the exception. Catherine faux leather backpack, but see how this sold for $40, and this one actually has the word vegan in the description, and that sold for $86. I just feel like if you're going to be selling it, I think putting the vegan word in there is a helpful seller for it. Sunglasses are all vegan, so I don't think that's really a thing. But see, like, this is new without tags, and it's a crossbody bag, and it's red, and it's beautiful. Sold for $25. But then here's like a red wallet that sold for only $6 less. So their comps are just everywhere. My personal opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, these are the trapezoid purses that I just absolutely love. My personal opinion would be probably maybe stick with the backpacks, stick with the larger bags. And again, this is just my personal opinion, and really, really run comps on, be very style specific when you're running comps. And in my opinion, and this is just me, but in my opinion, I wouldn't pay up for that. I wouldn't pay more than $15 for new with tags, and I wouldn't pay more than $6 for new without tags. What determines it is vegan? Is it just a fancy name for fake leather? Is it made from a specific material? It's a fancy name for fake leather. Yep. Randy, you're right. Vegan is pleather, is what it is. Now, some pleathers are better than others, just like some plastics are better than others. Some leathers are better than others. Kid skin leather is obviously, more desirable than cowhide, but it's that sort of thing. Where there's a difference in quality, but in vegan overall, it just means that no animals were harmed in the making of the process, and in the process of making this bag. Aisha, hello. Mwah, Aisha. Hello, Aisha's Creations. What the heck is vegan leather? Just say faux, for goodness sakes. The thing is that vegan, if you are a vegan, you type that word into a search engine. Vegans do it. It's kind of like how if you're at a big dinner and somebody's vegan, they make a very big point of saying they're vegan and why they're vegan. I most vegans are sort of proud of being vegan. I mean, you do have to sacrifice a lot to be vegan. You have to sacrifice steak. So if I had to give up steak, I'd be bragging about it too. Yeah, if I had to give up like bacon, well, just shoot me. Maybe I should start calling faux pearls vegan pearls. You could, as long as no other, as long as no animals were harmed in the making of the pearls. Yeah. I mean, I have a vegan glass. I could say it's a vegan glass. Yeah, vegans actually do kind of look for that vegan, and especially when it comes to things that look like leather, they really do. I mean, I would say that their heart's in the right place. And if you can do it, it's very healthy for you. So go ahead and do it, and it's great. It's just not my cup of tea or water. But so that is my opinion. That's just my take. And again, everybody's got a different viewpoint. But for Matt and Nat, and it's in Matt ampersand Nat, I would say for me, it's not it's a situation where if I find it in the bins and it's in good condition, that is fantastic, and I can sell that. Um, I can sell it on an accessories auction. I can sell it on on Poshmark, but I wouldn't pay up for it. It's not, in my opinion, it just doesn't have that a big enough following, and maybe that's a yet thing too, and maybe a month and a half from now, some influencer is going to be coming out, walking outside with the Matt and Nat bag that is now everybody's have to. So these things change. But at this point, no, I wouldn't, you know, yeah. It's like the Grey Poupon commercials from the 80s. It's just mustard with some flavor. You don't need a Rolls Royce to eat it. Oh, that's a good point. We get asked all the time why we would use the word dumpster because it's the American term, but it's the most searched term for our niche on YouTube, so we can't use bin. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the he's not lying. Yep. In my opinion, grape poupon isn't even that great. Just kind of meh. Yeah, it's just spiced mustard. You know what? Where else you can get spiced mustard? Aldi's. Not that fancy. It's not that fancy anymore. At the time, it was like, pardon me, do you have any grape poupon? And who's sitting in the back of a limo in a suit eating a sandwich? I mean, I would be, but I don't know. I don't ride around in limos that often. They just seem like a lot. Yeah. I do have reselling news from the Daily Mail for my. Pardon me, Lady Kristen. Would you happen to have any great poop? For my British British fans who have returned from watching the Olympics in Paris are selling the merchandise online for a huge markup. This was news reported from the Daily Mail. Hey, D Middleman, what's up? What's up, David? Sellers from resale sites eBay and Vinted are flogging Olympics memorabilia, hoping to make a killing before the fanfare ends. Merchandise such as cuddly mascot toys, branded cups, and printed shopping bags are going for up to 5 times, and in one case, 25 times their original price, as English tourists sell off their personal items to those back home eager to get in on the action. So, just so that you're aware, my friends from the UK, if you happen to head over by the Olympics, or you happen to have a friend who's like, oh yeah, I got this from the Olympics, and they're getting ready to throw away a plastic cup or something, I'd be like, dude, can I get that? Let me keep that. Um, excuse me. And then, turn around and sell it, flip it. Apparently everybody is flipping this stuff. So that is cool. I have been enjoying little snippets of the Olympics. Haven't been watching anything steadily, but I do love my country, and I really love Snoop Dogg. So it's been a lot of fun to watch. When my parents had fancy parties, they mixed some Grey Poupon and mayo for a fancy spread. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. D&D do call raccoons trash pandas. We do. Oh, they don't have, I don't think they have raccoons over there, Brenda. I don't think Lindsay and Alvin have raccoons. I'm a trash panda. Veronica calls all us trash pandas, which we are. We're like, oh, one man's trash is another man's resell. We don't have raccoons here, so we just call them raccoons. Yeah. Oh yeah, is Defend the Hustle on tonight? Tommy is back, by the way, guys. God, you got to check out Defend the Hustle. They have, man, if you have ever just even thought about retail arbitrage, these guys have all of the information. They have great giveaways. They have a fun chat. Everybody's really engaged. I would definitely check it out. Yeah, we are the Trash Pandas. Trash Pandas unite. Bad spellers of the world untie. Yeah, it's kind of like that. From Retail Wire, there's some eBay news. Now, you can tell that this was written by the eBay dudes, but we just have rats. I love it. You can tell that this was written by eBay, but, their marketing team, but it does convey some information. With the new reveal, eBay has introduced a significant redesign to its search experience in hopes to deliver a more intuitive and visually appealing shopping process for consumers. That is riddled with corporate speak. So they're redesigning their search engine. The overhaul was developed after 18 months of user research and testing. Sure it was. The result features larger than normal high resolution images, a modernized layout, and streamlined navigation. The enhanced interface is particularly beneficial for categories where visuals are key, such as clothing, shoes and accessories, jewelry, watches, and toys and hobbies, making it easier for buyers to make informed decisions quickly. So apparently the screens are going to be bigger and they're going to be more high definition. The new design includes a full width shopping view that replaces the previous gallery view, eliminating sidebar ads to provide a cleaner browsing experience. Additionally, the navigation panel and filters have been redesigned for greater ease of use with a centralized location for delivery and shipping options. Sorry, guys, if I look weird when I'm reading. This centralization simplifies the process of selecting and updating shipping preferences, while an interactive price graph offers a clear visual representation of price ranges. So from what I'm gathering, it's supposed to be more user-friendly for things like smalls, toys, things on eBay like, again, jewelry, clothing, but also like collectibles. If you do like, sports memorabilia or stuff like that, I think it's going to be really good for that. I'm not so sure what the shipping option is going to be. And from the reseller point of view, usually when they screw with shipping, it's always a cluster, what. So that yeah, hold your breath on that one. I don't know. Buffalo Picker. We just have rats. Let's see. There is Buffalo Picker's YouTube channel, and there is D Middleman Picker. If you guys don't know D Middleman, that is David and his lovely wife Tanya are in the Buffalo Picker chat on Sunday nights, and his wife is usually in the chat, and then D Middleman is in the live. He's part of the panel. Funniest commercial I saw was pandas stealing a garbage truck to use it as a food truck. I love that. I mean, the raccoons as trash pandas. Yeah. That's funny. Susie Dragonfly Bees, good morning, gorgeous. Mwah. How was New Kids on the Block? You got to let me know. Sorry, Tanya. Yes, I keep saying Tanya, but it's Tanya. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's Buffalo, who is Tommy that's his channel, and he's in the panel. Oh, that rhymed. And then all in one package is Bridget, his wife, and she's in the chat. And both of those first ladies are just lovely. They're just gorgeous. Oh, Ella has Halloween costumes, etc. today at 12:15. So she's doing a Halloween costume sale. Now she buys by like the pallet, so she really does get some fantastic deals. I got a hair dryer from her that was like a $50 hair dryer, and I got it for like $15. It was great, and it works fantastically. Claudette, hello. I just mentioned you earlier. Mwah, hello. Thank you so much for all of your views, Claudette. I truly, truly appreciate you. I really do. You are a doll. I had a blast. Thank you for asking. Well, how could you not, right? I mean, hanging out with Donnie Wahlberg alone has to be like so much fun. So much fun. I do have shipping news, which is kind of fun shipping news to think about. United States Postal Service is inviting their employees to audition for this year's holiday advertising TV commercial. Filming is expected to start in late summer, so probably at the end of this month. Now, here's the fun thing. You're gonna love this. Do you know that Michael from Two Old Guys Vintage? Do you know he works for the post office? I texted Mark so quickly when I found out about this audition. I'm like, Michael would be perfect for this. I mean, he's already on camera. He's already charming on camera and hilarious and adorable. They have got to. If he doesn't audition for this, that is, yeah. Except I was calling her Constance. Sorry, I did say Constance, and I apologize, Claudette. I did mean to say Claudette, but I have not finished my first cup of coffee, and that's on me. Stop busting my chops, Jennifer Hayes. Nah, I'm joking. You can bust my chops anytime. That's why my chops are there. Mm-hmm. I had a very slow sales week this week. Very, very slow sales week. And it's because I ignored my closet. I just kind of ignored my closet. I didn't list anything new until like Thursday night, until Thursday night. And I shared all week, but I didn't really do much else. Plus most of the mommies, most of the people that I would sell to are dealing with like back to school. Mommies and grandmas are dealing with back to school and like, sort of sending their money in the direction of the kids. School, because there's not just, school clothes, there's also supplies, and, certain schools have fees and they're writing checks for those. And, athletics have fees and they have supplies. So it's everybody's kind of financially taxed, right around this time of year. And they're looking for, a lot of the retail companies have like 50% off sales and, all sorts of stuff. So on that end, it's been a tough week. However, so that being said, I made 4 sales this week. I'm only listed on Poshmark at this point. I made 4 sales this week: 1 pants, 1 shirt, 2 pairs of boots. So let's take a look at those. It'll be a very quick look, obviously. Okay. Oh, there we are, back to Matt and Nat. Let's go to my sales. Now I made 5 sales, but I had to cancel this Madewell New with Tag mustard yellow bikini bottom extra large order because I could not find the bikini bottoms, and it occurred to me that I think I had actually given those away to a friend of the family and not taken them off my closet. So that they were subject to human error. NVGTN. Tan seamless leggings, size extra large. I had never heard of this brand, and apparently it's an Amazon brand, but I picked them up on the off chance that they were, that they would be profitable, and I did get a good deal on them. So those sold for $12, and I made $7.03 on those, and they're just plain like leggings. They're tan leggings though, and I don't trust tan leggings because they look like flesh colored, and it always makes people look naked from the waist down. New York and Company long 90s style denim skirt, size 10, that sold for $16, and I made $10.78. It's a great modest skirt. Hunter black rain boots sold for $40, and I'm making $32 on those. Those ship out tomorrow. And then I resold the Nice Solo black Ava Chelsea boots, size 7.5. I resold those for $28. I had $40 on them, and I let them go for $28. Somebody made me an offer, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead and take them. Those were the ones that I sold. I thought they were a men's 7.5. Turns out they're a women's 7.5. So I was mistaken on that size. So I reposted them. I copied the listing, reposted it at the same price as before, $40. But this time, instead of just buying them outright, somebody offered me $28, and I took it. I said, let's get these out of my life. They remind me of my mistake. So my earnings on that were $22.40. So that being said, all things being equal, I had those 4 sales. My total gross was $96. My net was $60.21. I'm sorry, my net was $72.21. And then if I take the $12, which is $3 average cost of goods per person. Hi, Robin. If I take the net, which is $3 average cost of goods per person times 4 items, that's $12. So $72.21 minus $12, I made $60.21 in profit this week. And then I did do the auction. I did Johnny's Hump Day auction, and that is what saved my bacon for this week. On the auction, my profit was $133, and most of these were items that had been sitting in my death pile forever. So I was happy to, sort of move through those and get those going. So my total with the auction total was $193.21 in profit, which was a good thing. Let's see. We said hello to Claudette, beautiful face, and we said hello to Susie. What a shame, Aisha, not your fault. They did not read it. Why should you be punished? Yeah, canceled 2 this week because the buyer didn't read the description. Yeah. And good morning, Robin. Bye. Mwah. Hello. It's good to see you, honey. Hey, Susie. Everybody's saying hello to each other. You want to make sales, have your thermal printer stop working. They will come. I never had sales. I never have sales. I've had 3 since my printer stopped working 2 weeks ago. I don't have a thermal printer. I keep threatening to buy one, and I haven't bought one yet. Randy said, I can't get my thermal printer aligned to my computer. Yeah, I can tell you that it would take me about 5 minutes to start cussing the thing out, and about 6 minutes, about 1 minute after that, for a Glamma to come in and move me out of the way and just go, let me take care of this. And he would install it for me. He's much more technical than I am. I mean, he's a master mechanic, along with an electrician. And, he's just Mr. Technology. And I am Miss Personality and the cook. I'm pretty good at cooking. And I'm pretty good at picking out his outfits and, all of that. I have much better taste in clothing than he's a straight guy. He's a Midwestern straight guy's guy. So, although he has picked out a couple of things that I was really shocked and surprised that he picked those out by himself. I'm like, oh, you look good. That was a good choice. Luckily, I can print to my regular printer, so there's a lot of cut and tape. Yeah, I do the cut and tape, Randy. I need someone like him. You can borrow him anytime. If you're in if you're in St. Louis, come on by. I'll let you borrow. You get your own personal laptop. No, but you got to feed him, and that's the hard part because he's getting picky as he gets older. Good morning, Tackle Hugs, Ronnie. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope your brunch was fantastic. I hope you had a really, really great brunch and a fun time. I bought a different thermal printer. It won't let me adjust the size of the prints. It only prints out full page shipping labels. I use 9x6x1 envelopes that are extremely too big. Yeah, see, I would that right there, just plugging it in would honestly tick me off. I would be like, I'd be crazy. I'd be crazy pissed. I'm sorry, I would be. So yeah, that it's best that Glampa takes over. When I get new technology, like when I got this new laptop, Glampa was like, "Here, let me," and I'm like, "No, no, no, I can figure it out." And then like he must have been in the other room just looking at his watch because 5 minutes later I'm like, get the F in here. Like, get in here and get this stupid thing going. And of course he took care of all of it. Then I use the cutoff paper for my little notes to put in the baggies with the jewelry in it. Nothing goes to waste here. That's smart. That's smart. Absolutely. I've been running to the UPS store and paying an extra $2 for them to print my label out. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Veronica, I gave Lindsay and Alvin your message last night about the congratulations and all of that. So that's what they're talking about here. Just FYI. Yeah, Veronica was that she had her hands full. So that will happen to us sometimes, won't it? Sometimes life gets so stinking busy. And you're like, oh my Lord, how am I going to get everything done? And we do, and we live and survive, and sometimes we thrive. I sent you a little something on Insta. Think you will love it. I'm quite sure I will. You know my taste. Ashley says, hello, Veronica. I do want to, okay, here's my salty treat. I went, when I went from promoted closets to not promoted closets, I went from 9 to 14 sales a week, which is not a lot, to 4 sales in 1 week. Now, was that because of promoted closets? Yeah, probably. It could have been a market fluctuation. It could have been anything. But I really feel like if you try promoted closets and then you don't do the promoted closets, I feel like you get punished for it. Like Poshmark smacked you on the hand for it. So I'm a little salty about that because when I started Poshmark, there were no promoted closets. That was not a thing. And it's kind of like doing Poshmark Lives. I feel like if you don't do Poshmark Lives, you get a little smack on the hand for that too, which I don't do Poshmark Lives. And I should do some more, but I don't. I just feel like there's a hey, Sack Travel Gal, how are you, baby girl? And I just feel like there's like almost like an algorithm that's like a punishment system for that. I'm not sure if that's a new thing, but I feel like it's kind of newer since the takeover. What was it? Naper, something like that took over in January. I think since the sale, they are a tech company. So I think since that sale, they're really more of a they're more of a pay us and you'll do good, and don't pay us and you're at the very, very bottom of the list. That's just how I feel about it. I'm already paying for the Posher VA. I'm already paying for the cost of goods and for the discounts that I send out and the offers to likers and the discounts in shipping that keep me competitive. Now I have to pay for the closet. Now I have to pay for promoted closets. Let's see. Still won't use the pay for play model. Didn't do it in gaming, but I do it in real life. Yeah. Poshmark is just sad these days. It is kind of sad. And thank you, because I think that's what I feel is happening. And, typically, you trust your instincts if you feel like something like that is happening. So in the past, I've always talked about, cross listing and how I'd like to get into that, but I haven't really been into it. It, this may be a game changer for me. This may be a game changer for me. Um, I'd like to I'd like to push back a little bit on it and see what happens. But yeah, it's been crap. 4 sales in 1 week when it's the 1 week that I haven't had the promoted listings. Mm. Oh, that's a good point. I feel like there's been a lot less activity on Posh overall, and I don't know if it's because everyone is trying to score $3 tops on lives or if people are just not shopping. I think it's a little column A, little column B. Plus, they have more competition now. When Poshmark first started, they didn't have things like ThreadUp. They didn't have the Real selling, Gucci shoes for $100. And trust me, I know because I bought a pair of Gucci shoes for $100. And also, Depop, I think, has really cut into the Poshmark market. Because Poshmark was kind of known as like the young hip thing, and then Depop came along and they blew that one out of the water, and they're like, "Sorry, you old millennials." So Gen Z is now shopping more on Depop. Also, the economy has taken a downturn. It simply has. I think that I think that it's been rocky, and I think that it's going to get like the economy does. It's probably going to get a little worse before it gets better. So who knows? Who knows? It's really hard to tell where it's coming from. Um, but just based on my own personal experience, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm being spanked for disobeying the rules or whatever. I don't. That's how I feel about it. So I'm. It's more disappointing than anything else. I'm not angry that they're trying to make money. I'm just angry that they're trying to be greedy about making money. Okay. Oh, that's some printer stuff. I'm going to let you and Patrick work that out. My payout from eBay last Tuesday was $3.11. I still can't afford a cheesy 10-second White Castles. Yeah. And Depop just got rid of selling fees. Oh man. See, that is where I do need to cross list because I have a lot of weird stuff, and kids love weird stuff. They all want to be unique. Dang, Patrick, could I get an Arizona ice tree or tea though? What am I supposed to do with that? Well, pennies in a jar, I guess. Patrick, you can't even get the $5 biggie bag from Wendy's with that, right? I know. I know. That's the thing. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. For the time and energy that we put into it, where is the profit? And I think a lot of people are leaving reselling because of stuff like that. Depop still charges some transaction fee, but it's not much. So slightly different from Macari's no fee deal. Nice. Hashtag feed Patrick Murphy. Hashtag send White Castles. Send Patrick Murphy White Castles. Yep. Send him your leftover McDonald's. No, I'll get a 10 sack and split it with you, Patrick. You can have 6. I'll take 4. 4 cheese sliders and a Coke. That'll do me just fine. If I had the space, energy, and help around here, I'd go into furniture flipping over selling clothing right now, but alas, not where I'm at in life. Yeah. Plus, you have to have some sort of brick and mortar situation for furniture selling. Um, yeah. The sarcastic storage stackers, I think do a lot of the Facebook Marketplace sort of thing, where they have people come and pick up furniture and then they pay them for it, I guess, on Venmo or whatever. I don't know. The thing is that I don't want anybody coming to my house, because if they make the mistake of trying to get past my front door without my permission, they're going to have now I have a trial. That's all I'm going to say. So I just, I don't like the idea of people coming up on my porch and picking stuff up. If I want to get rid of a piece of furniture, usually I'll put it out at the end of the driveway. I swear this works every time for me. Every single time. It has not once failed me. If I want to get rid of something that's kind of bulky, I put the word free on a piece of paper. I just write it in like giant marker on a piece of paper. I write free. I tape it to the end of whatever this is, set it out on the curb. And my husband, every single time, my husband has for 27 years of marriage, my husband's like, oh, you can't, nobody's going to pick that up. Every single time somebody gets it, every single time. Doesn't matter what I put out there. If I put the free sign on it, somebody picks it up. Now it's not my problem, it's your problem. Have fun. No returns. Yeah, you just sit it at the curb, just put the free sign on it. You can meet them at the police stations. That is actually a really smart idea. Yeah. Someone picked it up and upcycled it, I bet you, at every single time. That's works, Glamma. I think so too. Claudette, I've seen it happen again and again. I just sit it at the curb. Yeah, it's the thing is that I put the free sign on it so nobody thinks that it's being delivered to my home. Plus, people, if you put the free sign on it, people feel much less guilty about just snatching it up. I don't know why, but they do. Yeah. With furniture, you can also charge to deliver it to them. We could, and my husband has a truck, and if I asked him to use the truck, he'd probably say no. So that's a big, he does not want me driving his truck any more than I want him driving my car. I'm like, no, I have a literally like a back seat and a trunk full of thrift. You can't drive my car. So yeah, I'm like, no, I mean, not always, but for the most part, I'm like, no, this is my car. When we go out to dinner, he can drive my car, but that's about it. I pick up people's free stuff sometimes. So do I. So does everybody. I'll tell you what, put a number 1 in the chat if you've ever picked up like a piece of furniture from like a curbside or the trash. Free furniture. If you put a 1 in the chat if you've ever picked something up. I will put a 1 in the chat first because I have. My bedroom dresser, my bedroom dresser, my husband picked up. We got it home. I stripped it down. I refinished it, put it in my bedroom. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of wood. Yeah, Lindsay and Alvin, I know you do. That's smart. See, Brenda, Claudette, Veronica, 111 so many times. Kristen, Liv, Robin. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's what we do. Laura. Hi, Laura. Good morning. Mwah. Annual citywide cleanup weeks are gold. They really are. They really are. You never know what you're going to get. And some of this stuff is just incredible. Well, start hanging out at Lowe's and Home Depot. Maybe we'll meet Mr. Right for you, Veronica. Or just, maybe Mr. Right now. Hey. It's kind of our thing. It is your thing. I love that. Free is my second favorite 4-letter F word. Farm is my first favorite. Yeah. Jennifer, that's what they tell me, but all I see is rednecks around here. Well, you if you want somebody handy, rednecks are pretty handy to have around. I mean, I married one and he's fixing my computer and stuff, so that's not bad. Food is my first favorite. I love that. The scrappers go nuts for it too. I see so many trucks and trailers loaded down with scrap metal during cleanup weeks. Scrap metal is, if you get into it, there was a guy that my husband worked with that was a scrapper, and he would create big piles of scrap. And then, once every few months, or when the scrap got so big, he would take it and turn it in and take that money, and he would put the money aside for his kids' college educations. He had 3 kids. He paid outright cash for 3 kids to go through college. 3 full college tuitions just by scrapping metal. Like we had 2 old washers, and an old dryer and an old oven. And he came and picked up all of that stuff and we paid him to pick it up. We're like, look, we're going to pay you the gas money to come pick it up. So we paid him to come pick it up, and then he came and picked it up and got the scrap out of it. He got so much scrap out of that. So yeah, it was just the thing is that if you got the muscle and you can hustle, there's a lot of money out there to be had. You just have to figure out, you just have to put in the work. That's where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to put in that kind of work. And frankly, I'm not that handy. So yeah. Back in the 80s, I had a friend who managed to buy a used car. Yes, just from empty can and bottle deposit return. I believe that. Dumpster shop for 4 years and found great things. Yes. That's what Alvin does on his channel, Scrap Assassins. So much free scrap is thrown away. I find those very interesting. Like when he's like, like stripping the wires and doing like the little piles, and I can see what's value is what. That's it. That's very interesting. If you guys haven't seen Scrap Assassin, that is his channel. Jennifer just dropped the link for it right there. That's Alvin's channel, and they do dumpster diving, and save things from landfills, and then the electronics, they convert those. He converts those. I know, that's what I said. She's a genius. I mean, she is a genius with links. And Alvin is only 4 away from 500. If we could get him to 500, that would be good. That would be cool. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to redo the I'm looking for a man in finance bit. She said, I don't blame you. Smart decision. Remind me to send pictures of my food haul from yesterday. Oh, what'd you get? It was food as well. Did you get a free food haul? Let me know. Angie, hello. Mwah. Thank you, Angie. Thank you. Good morning. How are ya? Was it junk food? I love watching CU scrapping. He has that wire machine that strips all the wire he finds when scrapping. Wow. That would be handy to have. You know what to do. I just added him. Thank you, Jennifer. 502. Way to go, chat. Woohoo. Alvin, you're at 502. Yes. You guys are awesome. While we're at it, let's all hit that thumbs up. I would truly appreciate you. And Angie, good morning to you. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here, sugar. Oh, thank you all so much. He is thrilled to bits. Well, he is just as sweet as he can be. And honestly, Alvin is like really, Alvin and Lindsay both they're just so positive and so fun. And I love that. No, wait, I am not finished yet. Patrick Murphy, you're not finished yet? Korean market snack haul. Oh, okay. Okay, you got to tell me. Now, I remember when I was a teenager, my brother and I went down to what's called Cherokee Street down in downtown St. Louis. And we were just looking at all the little antique stores and all that stuff. And we went into, I had never been into a multicultural grocery store before. And it was my first time in an Asian, and it was kind of a generic Asian grocery store where they had things from China, India, and from all over Asia, things that were harder to find, in the U.S. And I smelled kimchi for the first time. And it's kind of like smelling sauerkraut for the first time. I can see how with kimchi, like it smells, to me, it smelled funny. To me, it smelled god awful, but also like I can understand there are certain things that are weird smelling at first, and then you almost develop a taste for them. So like sauerkraut, curry, stuff like that. I love that stuff now. So yeah. P. Murph. Patrick Murphy and his 15 dummy accounts coming through. He does have, I forgot about that. Yeah. Go P. Murph. Thank you. That's all I went in for. Kimchi, 2 bags later. Yeah. I eat kimchi. It's really tasty, but smells real healthy for us. I heard it's like really good gut health sort of thing. So I'd be interested to try kimchi as an older adult because I swore I swore that I would never ever eat that stuff, And now that I'm older, I'm like, well, I wonder what the hype is. Maybe I should try it. I've just bought some sauerkraut. So yeah, I hope Vera helped. I'm sure she did, Brenda. I am quite sure Vera helped. Yeah. Yes, it's very good for gut health, but you're only supposed to eat a small amount at a time, apparently. Yes, like the cold sauerkraut is a probiotic for us. So warm sauerkraut is not as good a probiotic as the cold sauerkraut. We heart Vera. Vera has never not been helpful. That is so true. And we do love our Vera Vixen. Hey. Okay, so we're getting up on the hour mark. So let me go ahead and round this out with my sweets for the sweetest. Sauerkraut is of the devil. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Mwah. Good morning, sugar. I want to say a special thank you to Johnny with Cajun Roots Reseller for allowing me to be a part of his hump day auction this week. It was great. It was profitable, very, very much needed, and very much appreciated. I do want to say thank you so much for your purchases to Buying Space, Jamie B with Nails by Jamie B, Momster, that's Mary's mom, Two Hip Chicks, Doggone Happy Vintage and Antiques by Jane Newhouse, and Cheryl Stevens. Thank you all so, so, so much for your purchases. I truly appreciate your business. I do want to thank also Two Old Guys Vintage. Thank you in advance for what I'm sure is going to be a super fun auction tonight. I always love seeing, it's always so interesting to me, these antique and vintage auctions, just seeing what is going on. Lindsay and Alvin, I have a special shout out to Drink and Dive, Dumpster Diving UK. Congratulations on your 2,000 subscribers. And now, Alvin, congratulations on your 500 subscribers on your Scrap Assassin channel as well. I wish you all of the best luck, and it is certainly deserved. Certainly well deserved. You put the work in. I want to thank you to Happy Hour Haulers, Janet and Bryn, for a great deal on that Coach Poppy. I got a Coach Poppy for an unbelievable price, and it is, to me, priceless. And finally, to Pee Wee's Treasures and Griselda, special thanks for your careful packaging and follow-up. The deer are fantastic, and I truly, truly hope that Griselda is doing much, much better, and that all is going well, or at least on the mend. So with that, Jennifer, thank you so much for dropping that link. Y'all hit that link and hit that thumbs up and tell them Glamaz sent ya. It would be lovely to see you all at the Two Old Guys auction this afternoon. I'm bringing what I consider the heat. Now they actually have the true antique vintage heat. Don't get it twisted. They got 3 stories plus a storage shed full of the antique vintage true heat. But I got some cool stuff, I think. I don't know. I have some interesting stuff, and of course you'll see some weirdness because that's how I roll. I roll weird, and I hope you roll weird too. But no matter how you roll, or no matter where you roll, oh my God, Whiting and Davis. Sorry, I just interrupted myself. No matter how you roll, no matter where you roll, never forget. Please don't ever forget. Glamma loves you. You have a great Sunday. Bye, guys. That is totally not the ending. Here we go. And I'm stopping that too because cha-ching king. Oh my God, thank you so much. We all roll weird. I love rolling weird. Mwah. Don't think I'm not going to thank you. You thought you could get away without my thanks. Cha-ching king. Thank you so much. And I'm typing it out for you, but just thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. I barely got it in. You know what? That's what she said. No, I'm joking. That's honestly, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. What a lovely, lovely gift for my Sunday. I appreciate it. And now the never ending goodbye. And again, Glamma still loves you. Have a great day. Enjoy your weirdness and humanity. I'm gonna. Bye.